What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, man, we'll go over some builds here in Warzone, as well as go over kind of some of the stuff that's being announced for Warzone and just BO7 in general's Reloaded coming up here, I believe, next week. I believe it's the 11th, I want to say, 11th, 12th, or 13th, some one of those 3 days. Honestly, a pretty weak season in my opinion, but we're nonetheless going to hop on and play during that time. I'm also, just a side note here, working on another op for the Arma server that I'm on. I'll have a link down to the Discord down below. Make sure you come over and join us. It's going to be a crazy op. We're going to have a beach landing, presidential rescue, a down Air Force One, and then a FOB style search and destroy mission as well, all in one op. It's going to be a crazy op, so make sure you come stop by if you have Arma. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Maybe I'll try to record it too as well from the from a game master perspective. Without further ado, let's hop in here and go over some of the weapons. So I have a couple guns that I wanted to show off here. They did, by the way, fix the DLC guns, so now all the DLC guns, as you will see, well, you can't see, so I have it saved, but on the build anyway, but they all have been fixed now for infestations, so now I have every gun in the game infestation again, which is super nice to see, because, you know, I wanted to get those done for so long. But for the first few guns here that I want to showcase, this is the M8 build that I'm running here on Warzone. This thing's an absolute monster. I know they did nerf the M8, but I definitely think that it's still kind of worth the try to use. But that's just my opinion. I think it's still a solid weapon overall. Next up here, we have the Peacekeeper. So my Peacekeeper guys out there. Peacekeeper is one of those guns where I've really loved in past games. I really don't care for it all that much in this game, but I've been really trying to give a shit about it because it is kind of like the M4 of this game. It's kind of the base AR in terms of what it can do. So I've been trying to use it a little more, but it definitely struggles in comparison to, say, like the new AR or the M8. If you're running against M8s, being an AR just really struggles in a lot of firefights. But that's just my opinion on the matter. This is the Hawker HX build that I've been running. I absolutely love this sniper, dude. This is one of the good snipers in the game, in my opinion. Obviously, the Koshka wannabe, that's pretty good as well, but I feel like this sniper just feels really smooth to use. But that's just my take on it. And then obviously here we have the Maddox, which I think if you're not using the Maddox in 2026, you're pretty much playing at a disadvantage because Maddox is still crazy broken. It is just insane. And it just again, just a really solid gun. As you can see by my level, I've been using this thing a lot. And yeah, it's just a really useful weapon overall. Next up here is the Dravik 45 build that I've been running. Fantastic little SMG. This thing is an absolute monster at longer ranges, which is insane for being an SMG, but it gets the job done, which is always nice. Then up next we have the MXR, my personal favorite gun in the game. I think I have all the guns in the game, if this is my favorite. There's just something about this gun that feels so good. I can't really explain it. It kind of just, it doesn't feel like a Treyarch gun. It feels more like an Infinity Ward gun. And I think that's why I like it so much. It just feels really smooth, and it just has a really strong damage too. I mean, this thing will absolutely melt players. So highly recommend the MXR. But again, I'm kind of biased. Up next here we have the M15 mod. This is another one of those guns that's just really good for no reason. This is big right now in ranked play, so I'm sure if you're running ranked play, this is actually probably a really good build for you as well. Obviously, I don't think you can use the suppressor or the fire mod, but nonetheless, this is still a really strong build. And yeah, I mean, M15 kind of just slaps no matter what you're kind of doing, so it's kind of nice to just use it. Those are some of the builds. I'm going to show you real quick too my X-Eon build. Now, obviously, the sniper is not for everybody. I have been personally really enjoying the X-Eon. So if you enjoy the sniper rifle, this is a really solid build to run with it. This is what I ran most of my grind. So highly recommend it. So with that being said, let's go over some of the stuff that was announced here on Charlie Intel for the new season. So the new season starts March 12th at 9 p.m. Pacific, March 13th at midnight for Eastern. is going to have, let's see, you're going to have for Warzone the Black Ops Royale mode, which is a renamed version of Blackout. What is that, bro? I can't even read that, bro. Why did they make this fine print so fucking small, dog? We got some movement changes. In Black Ops Royale, which is that mode, is going to have the what's it called? The gliding, the wingsuit, and then it's going to have like the wall jumping and wall the quicker sliding. Oh, basically all the BO7 movement we'll have over there, but it'll only be for that mode. So regular Warzone, like Rebirth and all that, will stay the same. We're gonna have weapon attachment kits, so there's no more loadouts in that mode. It'll be weapon attachment kits, very similar to RedSec from Battlefield 6. I really wish they would have leaned more into the Blackout style mechanics with the filing attachments, but I understand why they can't because of the fact that they have way too many attachments in the game. I said this for years that this having 100 attachments for every category of attachments is just too many. You don't need 300 scopes. You need like maybe 10 scopes at the most. Have one ACOG, one sniper, one thermal, one type of reticle, red dot, maybe one type of like holographic style scope, and allow people to change whatever reticles, and allow people to have kind of like a 5 or 6 times zoom option. So like, and say for example you pick an ACOG up, you can zoom that from like 2.5 times to like 5 times or something, and then sniper scopes can be like from like 6 times to all the way to like 12. Right? You don't need to have a 17 scopes that do the same exact thing, that have just a little bit difference in zoom. Just make one scope and just have the scope be able to zoom like that all the time. That would be much better in my opinion. It would kind of weaken out a lot of those useless attachments, especially the muzzles. Like if a muzzle isn't doing something crazy, get rid of it. We don't need like 1,000 muzzles, dude. But yeah, so that's coming, and these weapon kits will basically allow you to get like predetermined kits. I believe it's going to be gray from default, green, blue, and purple, and then orange. I believe are all the colors and the rarities. So take that with what you will. There'll be cradle breaches, new kill streaks, equipment, and more. We have some new perks, being Hunter, Momentum, and Berserker. We have Warzone Ranked in Season 2 coming. Challenges, we have a Black Ops Royale only. It's called the Operator Orders. I'm assuming these will be similar to how they worked in Blackout, which was like you do a challenge with an operator and you get like a skin. Back then you had to do a challenge and then you had to like do whatever the challenge was and then you got the operator itself. But unless they add like a ton of new operators, I don't think that's how it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be a skin-based system this time around, kind of like how they do for zombies in the Easter eggs. We have 2 new weapons coming: an AR and a battle rifle, marksman rifle. The Voyak KT3 AR coming in an event, and then in the event pass, we have the Swordfish A1 from Black Ops 4. We have the Echo 12 / launcher. It's going to be coming in the event pass, which is going to be an aftermarket part. And the MXR Anvil conversion, which is coming from the weekly challenge. I believe it'll be week 6, maybe, because I think week 5 is something else. That's next week coming up. So I think the following week will be this blueprint, or this aftermarket conversion kit, whatever you want to call it. This basically turns the MXR into, I believe it's the Hunter LMG or something, from Black Ops 2, I want to say. That's pretty cool. 2 new bundles, well, a bunch of new bundles, but those are 2 that are listed. We also have an Attitude Tactics global event, Encounter Skies global event coming. From my understanding, one of those could be another like camo event that we had just recently with the Escalation Directive event, but I'm not totally aware of that yet. MP, we get some new maps and stuff. We get Torque 6v6. We also get the Mission Peak 20v20 map. Clifftown 6v6, Karine 6v6, which are remastered and returning maps, and then Firing Range, again, another returning map coming back as well, 6v6. 2 new modes, Gauntlet and Infected. New in a weekly challenge will be a new score streak. If I couldn't even English, Jesus. The Lock Shot, which will be like the pistol from like Titanfall 2, kind of. That was like kind of when you shoot it, it could lock one people and shoot. It's gonna be similar to that. And obviously we have the ranked season 2. It's listed as an event, so maybe a ranked only event, which would be pretty interesting. Obviously, zombies, we have the biggest thing of all, a new map called Paradox Junction, which is basically just Newtown, kind of disappointing. Hellhounds are cool, they're coming back. New relics, a new Gobblegum called Turncoat. The Blundergat will be coming back as a wonder weapon. And there will be a leaderboard event tied to Paradox Junction as well. Endgame is getting a new Nightmare skill and glitched fractures, so that's pretty cool. Those are the things that were listed on the roadmap. I believe that might be it. This is not a crazy update from my knowledge. But yeah, so new UI obviously for the new Royale mode. So Blackout, it's this new Royale mode is Blackout inspired. No loadouts. You drop in, loot up. You start with a pistol and a wingsuit. No buy stations. There'll be no gulag. Redeploy is available. I believe you get one redeploy per life, so like per game, whatever. So, and then every other one after that, you have to either be revived by a teammate. I believe that's the only way, and I believe it's only quads at that moment. I don't think it'll be anyone else. Any other style of modes, so it won't be solo, duos, or trios. It'll just be quads. It'll be tiered armor vest, so you have 3 different tiers of armor vest, as well as a satchel will be in the game. My belief from this is that level tier 1 armor will be based off of like 1 armor plate. Level 2 will be 2, and level 3 will be 3, kind of similar to zombies how it's leveled. And then there'll be obviously some little damage differences. And then the satchel will I think will also allow you to have up to, I think it's what is now, I think it's what 8 armor plates, I think it is, whatever, in the back in reserve, or 5. It might be 5 armor plates, but I don't remember. There's also going to be certain locations where you can find level 2 and 3 armors. It's listed in the patch notes, which I cannot find right now. But they are very rare. They can spawn on the ground as ground loot, but they are considered extremely rare. So they're going to be very highly sought after as well. There's going to be 100 players. This will be the only version of BR right now that has Avalon, and Avalon has had its water reduced and a lot of its land kind of pulled up so that there's a little bit more ground, which I'm very happy about, because playing Endgame, one thing you realize very quickly is there's a lot of water on Avalon, and as cool as that is for like Endgame to kind of like, mess around with and stuff, it is nice they're recognizing that would be really annoying as a PvP situation, so that's being adjusted as well. With that being said, that does appear to be everything. There is a free, I believe, I don't know if I can't see it. I guess I can technically see it if I can show you guys my bundles. Maybe it'll pop up. If you haven't, this one right here. That's what I'm looking for. The Pack 5 is out right now. It was out, I think, a couple weeks ago, but I forgot to make a video on it. If you didn't already collect it, make sure you collect it. This is giving out 4 blueprints, an operator skin, some other stuff. It's just a nice little free bundle. I believe this was a paid bundle at the beginning of the launch of this game, but no one bought it. And so they were like, well, fuck it. So that's available for those that want to get it as well. That's completely free. So make sure you guys are checking that out. Make sure you guys are logging on, by the way, over the next couple of days. Make sure you get all your free stuff. I know they've been giving me free bundles literally every day. That being double XP tokens and stuff, which is really nice. As you guys can see now, I'm back up to a shit ton of double XP stuff saved up now, which is really nice. So make sure you guys are on collecting those. And they also started giving out free Gobblegums every day, or every other day. I feel like it's being more accurately giving them to me. And these usually are going to give you a like blue, green, and I think occasionally a purple. I think I got a profit sharing for free a couple days ago, so keep an eye out on those as well. If you want to know how to get into those, you can either go buy the zombies, or you can just do this like I've been doing for the longest time until I learned this. But you can just go right here to Gobblegums. For some reason, my brain didn't recognize that was a thing, and so I had to go up and back out, go all the way to zombies, and that's just a waste of time. Don't do that. You can just go right here, and you can do them when you get the other free item. But yeah, that's about it. That's pretty much everything that's important to know over the next couple of days. I've my shifts have changed at work, so I'm working 6 days a week now. So my upload schedule is kind of going to be a little shit over the next couple of weeks until I get back in the hang of things with figuring out what my time frames are. once I have an idea of like when I get off, how much time it takes to get home, I can kind of better gauge videos. I think what I might start doing is recording a ton of videos on Thursdays, and having a few videos stockpiled that I can just upload for you guys when needed. Because right now it is rough trying to record. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Tons of other games I'm looking to play. I'm looking into getting either Crimson Desert when it comes out here in a couple days. I think it's like what 3 weeks or something it comes out. And I'm also looking at getting maybe High on Life 2. So if you guys want to see any of that stuff on the channel, any other games on the channel, let me know below. I'm always looking for some other games to kind of play. I've really just haven't been in the mood for COD recently. If you guys haven't noticed, because I'm only level 500, I've barely played at all. So yeah, if you guys want to see anything else, let me know down below. Hope this was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.